has its FA Cup giant killers. This season's giant killers are Marine and Chorley. Chorley, last time we had Andy on, he'd made it through to the second round. And then last weekend, I had to block Troy on the phone because he kept texting me excitedly as Chorley were leading Peterborough. They managed to close that out. Congratulations to you, Andy. How's it feel?
Oh, unbelievable. Obviously, the win against Wigan was fantastic, the circumstances of it. But then to go to a club like Peterborough, who are absolutely flying in League One. We're top of the league when the draw came out. I think they'd lost 1 in 10 at home. You go in there and thinking, oh, God, we better, be good if we keep this down, keep the score down. But to be fair, the manager went to watch him on the Saturday against Crewe, and then I went to watch him on the Tuesday night before we played them when they played Plymouth, and we just saw little bits where we thought, we're not out of this. We've got a bit of a chance, and with the centre forward being out, the big centre forward, I think that made a big difference to them. That they became a little bit more predictable, and that made it easy for us to defend. But the actual way we went about it and the way we moved the ball, kept possession, and even after we went 2-1 up, we were dominating possession where you'd think we'd be on the back foot, on the edge of our box, shots coming in, keepers making saves, blocks, us just clearing it up, then coming back. It wasn't like that. We were so, we were so controlled in our performance, and that's a pleasing thing. It was a magnificent performance. It's just beyond our dreams how well the players did. They were absolutely fantastic.
Do you want to pay tribute to any players in particular? I know it takes a team to do it, but you would have had key men whose contributions on the day would have been very significant.
Well, I thought our skipper, Scotty Leather, was just outstanding, immense. He won every tackle. He was on the front foot, nicking balls, getting us up the pitch, being brave, not allowing us to sit on the edge of the box. And he was just a real leader, and especially when we went 1-0 down in the second minute. So in the second minute, you're thinking, maybe our lads are thinking, oh wow, we're in for it here, and the confidence drained. And for 10 minutes, we were under the cosh a little bit without them creating, but we grew stronger and stronger, and I think that resilience that we showed and that belief. It's just something that, we believe in our players, but to do what we did, go in there and, Darren Ferguson was superb after, he was full of praise for us. It takes something when your team's got beaten the way that they did at home, to be as magnanimous as he was, hands up to him, a fair play to Darren.
Darren, do you mind if I jump in? I've got two important questions. The second one is going to be more important than the first one, by the way, but we'll get the first one out of the way. You scored 2 in 2 minutes or 2 in 3 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Can you take us through that emotion, of turning the scoreline around? So going 59th, 60th minute, 1-1, amazing. 2-1. Is that now beyond your wildest dreams? And how do you contain yourself? The emotions around that period?
It's so hard. It's so hard, because 1-0. To be fair, we're doing all right. We've hit the post. We've hit the post in the bar in the first half. We finished the first half on top, and probably could have gone up level or probably in front. So we came out confident that we could get some out of the game anyway. But to score that first goal, you think, wow, we could straight away. You're thinking, well, if we could get this to extra time, we might be okay. Yeah? And then penalties, and then within 3 minutes, all of a sudden, right, we're 2-1 up. Right, how can we hang on to this? What we're going to do? What subs we can do? Hold on, we got to hold on to this. But it wasn't like that. It's just weird how the game. We went on. We were on the front foot. We were going and going and going. I mean, we got a penalty on the 74th minute. 3-1, and then you're like, oh God, if we score this, we can possibly relax a little bit. We've got a great chance to get through, and we miss it, and you're like, oh no, it's destined. It's not going to happen for us. Yeah. So you've got all different emotions going around, but on the outside, you have to remain calm. You have to keep the players calm, but all those thoughts are just flooding around your head. It's mad, the range of emotions that we had. But yeah, it was that, once we went in front, we just went totally on the front foot. It was like we were the team, at home, playing a team from a lower division, and suddenly got that belief to go on and win the game. It's unreal.
All right, the second one, and it's probably the most important question today, to be totally honest, and really poignant. What's the fascination with Adele?
Look, I can say it's got nothing to do with me.
Don't worry, I saw some of your dance moves as you came in the changing room. Don't worry about that, yeah?
I can't hide away from them.
Where's it come from? It happened in the last round as well, didn't it?
Yeah. We came in that last time. We're just ecstatic, just running around like idiots. We're coming to pump it up, at the start, and then the Adele song comes on, and it's something that the manager's been doing for 6 years. He's been at the club for 10, 12 years now. So it's just something that's evolved over the years. They wanted a song that was special to them. It would just need to be a song that everybody knew, and it just happened to be that Adele song. It's not your typical song that you'd have in the dressing room to celebrate a win, to be fair, but everybody knows it. Everybody's to get together. There's a little bit in the middle where you can really get into it. So, it's great. It's just great to share something like that at the end of the game. And, the FA Cup's still magical. People said it's lost its magic. No, I don't think for the real fans it's lost its magic. The FA Cup's still really special at whatever level you're at. It's massive.
Do you fancy your chances against a Derby side that are bottom of the Championship, struggling for form, had a few changes of management? Or do you think there'll be wounded animals against you guys?
Well, when you first looked at the draw, great draw, at home, that's the big thing we wanted. Then we've got a massive club, Derby County, massive history. So, it's a fantastic draw. And then you look at it and you start thinking about then, what chance have we got? And they're bottom of the Championship. Things are not going great at the moment. They're in a bit of a transition. But there's a long time to go to January the 9th. That's the problem. We wish it was coming up probably in the next couple of weeks, because, Wade's in there, trying to change things. So, there's a little bit of transition. But by the time we play them, I might have got a new manager in. Transfer deadline open, they might have got 2 or 3 fresh faces in, so it'll have a totally different complex on it. But if we were playing in 2 weeks, we'd be thinking, wow, we've got a chance here. But you don't know, things might get worse for them, rather than better. So we might be in a better position then to pull off a shot. But whatever happens, it's tough coming to Chorley. Chorley's not a nice place to come and play football. Believe me, honestly, those changing rooms, our changing rooms are horrible and cold, but the away changing rooms are well.
And is there a kind of solidarity with Marine as well, who have had a wonderful cup run as well? Is it good in these difficult times to see heartwarming stories like yours and Marine, reminding people that there is life at your level, life in the non-leagues, and that there are players who are committed and able to strike a blow against supposedly superior, bigger clubs?
I think people sometimes forget about non-league when we're talking about clubs in trouble. You're thinking about your League One, League Two teams, and you talk about that. The non-league so important. I started in non-league, ended up playing in the Premier League. I managed in the Football League, and now I'm assistant in non-league. It's such a special league, that the English pyramid, the way it is all the way down, and you mustn't forget about non-league clubs. So many great players have come from non-league. And I just think it gets forgotten sometimes. You talk about, and it stops at League Two. It doesn't stop at League Two. It's all the way down, right the way down to step 8, Marine are in. And they're in the 3rd round, playing at home against Tottenham. And they'll compete. They'll have a go. They'll have a go and they'll compete. We've beaten Peterborough and Wigan, League One teams. What happens if non-league goes? A lot of clubs are in a lot of trouble at the minute. No crowds. no crowd. They haven't got big sponsors, you know, haven't got big owners who are pumping money in. The non-league needs the money, needs the finance, needs the help as much as football league clubs do. So, you know, this is brilliant for us and brilliant for Marine. You know, it's going to help us. But there's a lot of clubs who aren't having these cup runs who are in serious trouble. They can't even have 200 or 300 fans through the gate, which will probably keep them going. So it's important that, you know, it does get recognised, and these sort of occasions, you know, what Marine are doing, what ourselves are doing. I think just people start looking and thinking, wow, you know, it is a special pyramid that we've got in England. You know, I don't think it happens in any other country.
I'm crossing my fingers for you.
Aaron, I'll just throw one more in. Sorry, I feel like I'm the quiz master now. So if you ever want to leave, then I'm happy to take over. Andy, where was you last night? Because I remember when we were at Boreham Wood, and I see Boreham Wood got through as well, and they played Millwall, and we were in the changing room. So that was the time when the FA Cup used to be drawn, you know, after your fixture on a Saturday, and you're in your changing room, you're buzzing. And I'll never forget our goalkeeper, No Limbo. This was the first round. Then he gone, I want Blackpool. And we're all like, all right, no, steady on. Like, we're about to be going to Timbuktu. And it's Blackpool, and Boreham Wood comes out. And honestly, and I wasn't concussed, by the way, the next 5 minutes, I cannot tell you what went on in that changing room, the buzz. But obviously, we're in different times now, and the draw's at 7 o'clock on a you know, Monday evening. Where were you all? And then what happened once you knew that you were playing, you'd been drawn against Derby County?
We were fortunate in that we were training. So we train on a Monday. So we do an extra day, which we just started this season. So we were all together, apart from the manager who was doing the match of the day, and Lewis Baines, who scored the winner. But the rest of us were training. We stopped training, and we then we got together all in a club, all spaced out, you know, social distancing, and then we sat and watched the draw. And obviously it was really early, wasn't it? It was one of the first, I think it was the third or fourth ball out. Yeah, so Chorley come out, and everybody's going mental, buzzing about it. And then you're just waiting. And then the number we knew the numbers between 1 and 44 were going to be Championship or you know, Premier League. And it was I don't know whether it's 23 or 24 or something. So then you're just like, what is it? And like Robbie sort of just offered himself because he wanted to have a look who it was first. You know? So Derby come out and it was like, it was a mixed emotion. We weren't sure what to, you know, whether because all the big teams were still in. So Derby's a big club, but like, you know, you got Tottenham, United, you got Arsenal. Yeah. So it was a mixed one. I think there is something on Twitter with how we reacted to it, but it was great to be together in that moment because, you know, you want to share that moment with everybody, and especially in the times it is at the minute. You know, you didn't see anything with Marine. Didn't have that opportunity. You know, what a feeling that would, like you said, how great is it when it comes after, you know, straight after the game, and you know you've got, you know, that togetherness, that camaraderie. It's just what football's all about. So you know, that's missing a little bit with no crowds. You know, we had no crowd to celebrate. You know, we probably took 2,000 or 3,000 Chorley fans down there to celebrate with, and they've just not had that. And that's the only thing that's missing.
You know the solution to that. You're going to have to stay in the FA Cup.
No, you've got us in the 5th round against Tottenham.
Well, as you can see, Andy Preece has an open invitation to the conversation. We're really grateful for his time today. We're also obviously grateful to Troy Townsend for his time and to you for watching. We're back next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. We'll say goodbye for now to Andy until the 4th round, and then we'll see him a couple of days after that. But tune in next week for the conversation. See you then.